Now, sometimes with the work you might be doing, you want to end up with a perfect square trinomial. However, what you have is not a perfect square. Remember, a perfect square, we have x squared plus 2ax plus a squared if that goes to be x plus a quantity squared. So x squared plus 2ax plus a squared is a perfect square trinomial, as is x squared minus 2ax plus a squared, which gives us x minus a squared. So for example, if you have x squared plus 6x plus 9, the 6 would be 2 times 3, so we have x plus 3 squared. And 9 is 3 times 3. P squared minus 12p plus 36 gives us p minus 6 squared. So how do we adjust if we only have an x squared plus 6x? What do we do to make it a perfect square? Well, we have to add a number to it, because if it's a perfect square, it has 3 terms. It's a trinomial. But we have to figure out what number. Well, in this case, we're going to add 9, but how do we know? We divide the coefficient of the first degree term by 2. So 6 divided by 2, then we square it. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared gives us 9. So the first thing you have to do is identify the coefficient of the first degree term, then divide it by 2 and square the result. So we would have x squared plus bx plus b over 2 quantity squared. So let's look at some examples for this. First degree term has a coefficient of 8. So we're going to add 8 over 2 squared. So 8 over 2 is 4. So we're going to add a 16, and it becomes y squared plus 8y plus 16. And this next one, the coefficient of the first degree term is 12. So we're going to add 12 over 2 squared. Well, 12 over 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. So the perfect square would be x squared plus 12x plus 36. A squared minus 20a. The coefficient of the first degree term is a negative 20. Negative 20 over 2 squared gives us a negative 10 squared, which is 100. This would be a squared minus 20a plus 100. And then if we factor it, if we find out what binomial we're squaring, if we look at the first one, y squared plus 8y plus 16 is y plus 4 squared. So that half of the middle term gives us our other term. So x squared plus 12x plus 36 would be x plus 6 squared. A squared minus 20a plus 100 would be a minus 10 squared. Now for this last one, our middle term is negative 5. Half of negative 5 is negative 5 over 2 squared, would be 25 over 4. So it would be p squared minus 5p plus 25 over 4. So that's how you work with completing the square.